back to the channel. I appreciate you joining me today. So for today's demo ride, I am actually on a 2018 Harley Davidson FatBoy. Now, I wanted to give, the reason I'm on a Harley Davidson FatBoy, I wanted to give this motorcycle another shot. You know, the last time I was able to demo ride a FatBoy, I don't know, it was probably about 2 years ago maybe, and I'm not so sure I gave the motorcycle the best review or a fair shake. So I thought, you know what, I think I'm going to go for that again. And one of the reasons I decided that is because, you know, I recently had a Sportster S, and while the Sportster S and the FatBoy don't have anything in common, what got me thinking about it was these big old tires, especially that big old rear tire on the FatBoy. And, you know, the Sportster S has a big old meaty tires too. And I kind of had to get used to the mobility of that motorcycle a little bit. And I thought, I don't know, maybe I ought to give the FatBoy another shot. So that is exactly what I'm doing today. So as I mentioned, this is a 2018 FatBoy, but it's got the Milwaukee 8 114. So it was really just like that 2021 or the 2020 model that I was riding the last time. To try to give a new review on this one. All right, let's talk about this FatBoy. One of the first things I notice is it just feels meaty. And I mean, it feels big and bulky, and I really feel like I can almost feel that big old tire back there, you know. Just the lean angle of the motorcycle feels a little different, you know. Not bad at all, just different. Like as I'm going through here, you know, it feels like the motorcycle wants to sit up on you. And that was my biggest complaint the last time I rode the FatBoy, is I just felt like, okay, as I'm going in a curve here, the motorcycle is just going to pop straight up on me. And seems like that hasn't changed. So maybe I was right with my first review. But other than just the meatiness of the bike, what other things do I notice right off the bat? Well, one of the things I notice is that big old headlight, right? Everybody loves the Harley Davidson FatBoy because of that big old headlight, kind of like with the Road King as well. It's iconic. Everybody knows about it. Everybody references what Terminator 2 and Arnold kind of reintroduced the Harley Davidson FatBoy, you know, kind of got it into the mainstream. But with that aside, I just think it looks good, man. It's a really tough looking motorcycle. Like I said, it's an iconic Harley Davidson motorcycle. Now, one of the things that I don't like about it, now, you know, this is just, gosh, I'm sorry, I hate to come up with things I don't like right from the start. It's just awful. But is this gauge being down here on the tank? I don't like that. I don't like having to dip down to be able to see, you know, my RPMs or my speed or that type of thing. I like those things right there in front of me, or at least if I have to look down, just kind of glance down with my eyes. But on this motorcycle, you really have to tilt your head a little bit and take your eyes off of what you're doing. So I can see where that could be a security, not a security issue, a safety issue. Yeah, a safety issue. So this FatBoy also has a sissy bar on it if you ride with a passenger, so your passenger will be comfortable. And also, I wanted to say, this motorcycle is for sale at White Lightning Harley Davidson. So if something happens, if you're in the market for a new or potentially used motorcycle, man, you ought to hit them up. They will take good care of you, no doubt about it. So let's see how this bike does when we're cruising down a little quicker. I like the floorboards on this, you know. I like the floorboards on it. It's very comfortable. It's a really nice seating position on this. You know, you feel like you're sitting up, good posture. It's really comfortable. Like that seat, I don't know if it's a stock seat or what's on this one, but it's a very comfortable riding position. The only complaint would be, you know, you get a lot of wind. You don't have a fairing, you don't have a windscreen or anything, so you're getting pushed back quite a bit on this bike. But that shouldn't come as any type of surprise if you're in the market for a motorcycle like this. All right, we're going to take a few turns down through here, and we are going in search of some back road twisties. Yeah, you really feel the weight of the FatBoy on a slow turn like that. Yeah, oh man, yeah. It's either the weight or the big old tire. Look at that groundhog. Do you see him? He was just having a good day. All right, so the color of this motorcycle, it's almost like a silver or a charcoal color, but it's got some really nice flake to it. You get it out in the sunshine. See if I can put up some B-roll here, but you get out in the sunshine and you really see that flake. It is a beautiful color. I really like it. Don't know what Harley is calling it, but it's really nice. Also, the motorcycle's got a really good sound to it. This one comes with Vance & Hines pipes, and so if you purchase this motorcycle, you've got that aftermarket sound built right into the motorcycle, and it is awesome. Yeah, I'm just not used to how big this bike feels. It's not that it's heavy. It's not like it's heavy with a street glide or a road glide or anything like that, because I've got a street glide. It's just, it feels chunky. Very, very chunky. I don't have a lot of bad things to say about this, with the exception of just the bulkiness of the motorcycle itself. And it's, you know, it's built that way. It's designed that way. There's a market for people who enjoy this motorcycle, and I'm happy for that. I am happy for that. It might not just be for me, and that's okay. That's got to be okay. I don't know if you guys can tell this while I'm going down the road here. I'll keep my eyes forward, but look at that tank. The tank on this looks huge. I mean, humongous. I think on a street glide or a road glide, what do you have? Like a 6-gallon tank, 6.1 gallon tank? This has got to be like a 23-gallon tank or something. This thing looks humongous, but it kind of goes with the whole aesthetic of the motorcycle, doesn't it? Big tank, big headlight, big back tire, all those type of things kind of work in unison for this motorcycle. Well, as I turn back into the dealership over here, I was going to say, I know that I've got a few criticisms of the FatBoy, but it is a great motorcycle. It is. It's just not for me. But I'll tell you what, if you like the FatBoy and you've got one, let me know in the comments below. I'd love to be able to hear about it. My special thanks to White Lightning Harley Davidson. They're always so good and gracious and kind to me to let me come over here and ride their motorcycles. I appreciate it very much. So if you want a motorcycle and you're near Chattanooga, Tennessee, come see these guys. They will hook you up. Well, I'll tell you what, guys, if you would, please hit that thumbs up, show your support for the channel. And I hope you guys have an excellent day. And we'll talk to you again soon.